If another country, if another government, we're not talking about drug lords, we're talking about another government headed by a narco-terrorist, is using the power of that government and the resources of that government to kill American citizens, it doesn't matter if they do it with fentanyl drugs, it doesn't matter if they do it with biochemicals, it doesn't matter if they poison our water or whatever. These are acts of war. That's what they are. It's not, hey, did you cuff that guy and read him his Miranda rights? What's that have to do with anything? Now, it may include criminal prosecutions, but that's way beside the point and way a secondary consideration. Look at that, a drug boat's coming. I think we're going to blow it out of the water. And then there are people on TV that, let me read you what the military code of professional, it says you can't do this. Nobody says you can't do that. The Constitution says the president can. Now here's Rachel Maddow. She says, Trump administration is targeting Venezuelan narco terrorists to illegally deport people from America. Now this woman has been wrong about everything. Everything. And I think she gets paid $20 or $25 million a year for one show a week, something like that, for being a moron. Go.
It's taking a step back from this, Nicole. I don't understand why we're going to war with Venezuela. And I'm not sure the administration has even bothered to try to come up with anything even internally coherent.
Let me help you out, Dingbat. Let me help you out. They are smuggling more drugs in the United States directly and through Mexico and with communist China than any other country on the face of the earth. They were in our hemisphere with the Monroe Doctrine. The Monroe Doctrine means, and the Democrats have rejected it, John Kerry officially rejected it, Trump officially embraces it, if something goes on in our hemisphere that affects our country, it's our business, and we're going to do something about it. If we have to do something about it militarily, we will do it. That's the way the United States used to be, and under Trump, that's the way it is today. What about the War Powers Act? It has nothing to do with the War Powers Act. Well, it's a war crime. You hit a ship twice, you can't hit a ship twice. God, I tell you, it is so sick. You're going to get us into another war. Well, at least they can't accuse Netanyahu of dragging us into a war, right? Well, we got to blame somebody. Who are we going to blame? This is a national security. And then the former federal prosecutors. Under U.S. Code 1879, you can't, excuse me, dummies. I know that's all you know. If another country, if another government, we're not talking about drug lords, we're talking about another government headed by a narco-terrorist, is using the power of that government and the resources of that government, of that country, to kill American citizens, it doesn't matter if they do it with fentanyl drugs, it doesn't matter if they do it with biochemicals, it doesn't matter if they poison our water or whatever. These are acts of war. That's what they are. It's not, hey, did you cuff that guy and read him his Miranda rights? What's that have to do with anything? Now, it may include criminal prosecutions, but that's way beside the point and way a secondary consideration. Look at that, a drug boat's coming. I think we're going to blow it out of the water. Yes. And then there are people on TV that, let me read you what the military code of professional, it says you can't do this. Nobody says you can't do that. The Constitution says the president can. But doesn't he need a declaration of war? People so misunderstand this. We've done that 5 times in our history. And even the majority of those 5 times, we did it after there were declarations of war against us. Japan declared war against us. They hit us. We declared war against them. As part of the axis of evil, as President Bush would have called them, Germany then declared war on us. We declared war on Germany. Italy then declared war on us. We then declared war on it. That's 3 of the 5 times. When Jefferson went after the Barbary pirates, we've talked about that. There was no declaration of war. There was no declaration of war, one war after another, not even in the Vietnam War. So this is brought up as an excuse to try. I don't get it. I don't get it. Some people just knee-jerk. They're on the side of the enemy all the time, not on the side of the United States. And what about these isolationists, the neo-fascists I've been talking about? Are they going to be jumping up and down about this? So far, they're not sure what to do. Why? Because continental United States is involved, the population of the United States is involved, it's in our hemisphere, but it still violates their isolationist insanity. It still violates their effort that we should commit suicide as a nation. I guess we have to wait for missiles to hit our big cities. But even then, I don't know what they would where they would stand. But it is funny, you don't hear them all together as a chorus, do you? Saying, no, don't intervene. It could be World War III. I mean, China's involved, and Iran's involved, and Russia helping Venezuela. No, don't do that. And they don't have me to blame for dragging us into the war. Hey, that Jew, excuse me, what do I have to do? Well, you must have money in this somehow. No, I don't have anything in this.
For more, sign up for Levin TV.